I'm Orlando Heighton, owner of Bruno's Big O Sports Room. My parents started the restaurant up in business. Very family-oriented restaurant on the Purdue campus in West Lafayette area. My father has a Swiss background, so he came over to the United States in 1953. Owned a bakery in Switzerland, so he had his baking background. Ended up in South Bend, Indiana, at a pizza place, using his baking skills to make pizza. Met a hostess who turned out to be my mom, and 2 years later they came down to Lafayette, West Lafayette, to look for a business here because a lot of the Purdue students would be up at South Bend going to the Purdue Notre Dame game, and they said, well, there's no good pizza in West Lafayette. So he came down here, looked around, and in 1955 he got a location that was on the corner of State Street and Highway 43, and we relocated across the street here in the facility we have now at 212 Brown Street. And we got to expand a little bit, and now it's was called Bruno's Swiss Inn, and we had a chalet, and now it's called Bruno's and Big O Sports Room. Well, since we've been in business for so many years, we've had a broad base of customers. We've got many generations. Parents that come here, in the 50s. Now they have their kids and their grandkids, so lots of generations. So we've always been built on family tradition, and it still goes today. And when our family works here, I have a brother and a sister involved in the business now. I have 6 nieces that are involved in the business. And it's kind of like a big family atmosphere. It's been kind of very rewarding as growing up as a child, coming down here when I was like 2 years old with my dad. Always wanted to work with my dad. And one rewarding thing about this business is we got to meet so many people through the years. Between astronauts like Neil Armstrong, movie stars, athletes, and then the most rewarding part is the families that come all the time. They come here for their birthdays. I've had people come and say, my son's been to every birthday, and he's like 40 years old, so he's been here every one of his birthdays. He celebrated Bruno, so that's I look at that as just as rewarding as meeting an astronaut first man on the moon, or somebody who threw a touchdown pass like Drew Brees. That's kind of my wrap up. That's my story on how I grew up in the business. And what's your Bruno story?